Welcome to another episode of the Greatness Engineering Show. It is always a pleasure to have you with us. And today we are going to have a great conversation, have a great guest with you. The show, we will be talking about something the world desperately needs, right now, which is real love, real vulnerability, and R&B. And in an era where music often prioritizes trend over truth, my guess is broadly bringing emotion, storytelling, and also love back to the forefront. So his latest album, All in Love, is more than a project. It is a statement, a declaration that authentic R&B is alive and still thriving and evolving. So let's see who is my guest today. My guest is LeVelle. So he is a Billboard chart topper, a commanding live performer, and one of the leading voices in the resurgence of authentic, R&B. And I will give him the opportunity to, give us a little bit more about, his journey, and we will focus on his latest album, which is already making waves. So let us know where you're watching from if you're watching live, and make sure you have your pen and paper, and we will have a great surprise for you. So but stay until the end, and you will not be you will really enjoy this conversation. So don't go anywhere. We will start, and I will bring the guest today. Welcome to another episode of the Greatness Engineering Hour show, the show that is brought to you by the Beverly Global Leadership Organization.
Feel is important is if you just look at the word compassion, when it's behavior, it's something that can be learned, and it is something that we can embody through habits and through our daily action.
To get this idea that if we interject this wisdom intentionally, I call them needle movers. It's the needle mover that's missing.
Don't deprive the world of your greatness. Please. Don't do that anymore. Dare to excel, dare to be sexy, dare to be you, dare to be the best version of yourself. Impact yourself positively, and from there impact others, and you are not alone. So welcome to the Greatness Engineering Show LeVelle. It is a pleasure, and I'm really anticipating, for this, conversation. And it is, amazing that we could have you. So I've, introduced briefly, I gave a brief introduction about you. Anything that I've missed out so far?
No, you're all good.
Fantastic. And we particularly excited about, the your new album. It was released in February, so that's really recent. It's already making waves as well,
Yeah.
and I understand that it is your third studio album, and there's something very different about it. So, just wanted to know what led to this album and what was really the breakthrough that that led you to talk about love, because we definitely need love to in this time and era, and what truly was at the core of releasing this album.
Well, for me, one of my goals with this album was to help, just bring back great R&B back to the forefront, and just paving the way for storytelling, um, things that you go through in a relationship, touching the soul, and basically, connecting with the people, because sometimes we can go through things, and through a song, you can be touched, you can be healed, you can laugh, you can smile, and that's what music and R&B was. It used to do. It used to help bring you through your down days and your good days, And so for me, this album is just really about bringing great music, storytelling, love, and laughter back to the forefront.
Hmm. And it's really important, and as you said, R&B has always been about real life, real authenticity and what we go through. And I actually wanted to know, because the album is in a way described as rooted to vulnerability, love, especially grown men love. And in a world where, we often equate masculinity with, emotional restraint, how important, is it for the men to express, emotional depth through music?
Well, for me, the story and behind the meaning of bringing, all in love. It's to really celebrate love, to talk about the things that you learn and you experience through love, the happiness of love, the focus on love, and when we can get back to that part where we can connect and understand the meaning of love. I just feel like we could bring a better peace to our world right now, and just really get back to that part of understanding love, because love can
Mm-hmm.
be a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what are the key challenges? Because as you mentioned, it is a a completely different dynamic that we have around. So, what is the challenge for you to bring such a an album and really convey that message, because it can be very difficult in a world where it's about being the strongest and not showing any emotion, and thinking that leadership is about completely hiding the fact that you can show love.
Well, I mean, for the album, the journey and behind it, it's 13 songs of incredible music. The intro, "We Can't Go to Bed," out there, "Real Thing," intimacy, "Sugar," tongue tied, "Expecting," "Words," "Right Here," "Love It," "I See You," "All Behind," and "The Great Fell in Love." All of those songs represent things that we go through on
Mhm.
a regular basis. These are things that we experience through life. These are things that we go through as a challenge. And it's sad in this day and time, we have a different perspective of love. We have a different perspective of what love means. And it's just because of the challenging things of what some artists have made people feel like this is what love is. And so
Mhm.
the real meaning of getting back to that, that's our whole goal, is to just get back to that part where you had a album that told a story, that told situations that people can relate to, that they actually go through, and
Mhm.
so it's challenging, but it is an audience that's like really missing this kind of music, and they're grabbing hold to it, and they're making a difference. So it's up to us as the artists to really get out and push that great thing called love. So it's challenging, but it's rewarding at the same time, because there's a lot of people that's they're taking in what's being given out, and that's what we're doing right now, pushing love.
Hmm. And you're right. It's really about the audience to really take that message and run with it, because sometimes we think that it has to come from someone else, but yet the tools are there, the platform are there, but it's just for the audience to take it and then embody whatever message we bringing. So you've worked with, very, talented and renowned, artists, the like of, Al Green and, Gerald Level. And I just want to know what lesson you learned from, those big names and those big, international renowned artists, and what do you carry, what are the lessons that you're still carrying with you right now?
Well, actually, I've been blessed to share the stage with great artists such as Charlie Wilson, the OJs, Frankie, Beverly, and Key Sweats, and so many more. The main thing for me that I've learned is um, watching those guys take control of the stage, learning how to perform, learning to really engage with the audience, and giving them everything you got. If you find one that's smiling and is enjoying themselves, you give it to them more. You just want everybody to be happy as best as possible. So the journey of being with those guys really helped put me in a space of, just leaving it all on the stage and giving them everything I got. So I'm grateful to just have a platform that I could say I've learned from some of the best in the business.
Mm-hmm. And what was the mindset shift? Because obviously, from working with people and supporting greatness in a way, because they're really been doing great things, to fully owning your own spotlight. So, what was in term? Can you let us know what was the shift? How does it happen, and what were the support system that you had to make it a successful shift?
Well, for me, I'm grateful that I've been the one that had this kind of opportunity to work with great legends, that I've been able to work with. And it's one of those things to where it really made me appreciate the great thing that's called R&B, soul music, because it make you want to be in that era where you could touch people and have your songs played in picnics and the backyard parties and stuff like that. So it's really a blessing to be able to work with great people like that, and then learn, and then turn around and use it for your own journey and making things happen for yourself.
Hmm. And it's and it we always learn. I mean, as you said, we need to really focus on taking the best to help us to go to the next level. And in this show, we talk a lot about going to the next level of our greatness, and that's what it means. Really take those, learn from those people, and also work on our mindset to shift and be able to own our own table, and be able to continue to send the a message, in your case a message of love, and sustaining your industry, the R&B, and making sure that you bring the positive from it. So we're gonna have a break, and then we will get back to understand a little bit more about the new album, the message. We've started to talk about it, and what's pretty important that we should get from um, your message in that album. So thank you very much for being with us. If you're joining us, my guest today is LeVelle, and we're talking about his last album, All for Love. And we will continue after this break. Don't go anywhere. We will be back soon. So we are back. We are back with LeVelle, and we can already hear some of his singing, and we definitely gonna have an opportunity to get to that after we finish with the conversation. Definitely, we want to hear that. So one thing that I really wanted to understand, and we didn't actually, talk about it at the beginning. What was the breakthrough for you to get, into R&B, into the music, and just to understand the journey and the passion that that is behind it?
Well, and let me first say thank you so much for having me on your show. I really appreciate the opportunity to, to talk about the music and connecting with your audience. It's always a blessing to talk about the journey and the songs and what inspired this project. So, for me, it was a thing of just staying consistent and really pushing and touching people along the way, and people saw my passion for what I was doing. And so of course, with anything, you have a lot of ups, you have a lot of downs, you have a lot of people that say that they're going to do things, and they don't necessarily happen. But you have to know that if this is something you truly want to do, you have to keep pushing and staying consistent. So I stayed consistent, and a few promoters saw me, and they actually blessed me to go out and start doing shows not only in my hometown, but I was able to travel the world, and every opportunity I got, uh, because of the people that I've been able to work with, I kind of learned to leave it all on the stage. So. Um, Really, for me, my big break was just really just being consistent and pushing forward.
And obviously, like, the follow-up is, what was the support system in terms of, because you talked about the fact that you can have ups and down. So what would you say, I mean, to the audience here when they go to those, especially those down, period, where your strategy and your support system and things that they can learn from?
Well, for me, I've had to go through a lot of ups and downs, going through different people, losing different managers, and everything that I went through. God was setting me up for where I am now with my team now and my manager. It's like when we connected, all the dots was dotted and all the T's was crossed. And so what I went through prepared me for where God was taking me. And so now, you're going to have some ups and downs, and you're going to have moments where you want to give up, but you have to keep pushing. You have to push through. And, I do a thing in my show where I sing Grateful. And we had the opportunity to do something very, very big in Times Square. And those are the moments where I am just grateful, for just putting God first and pushing through the adversity that I've been through. And so now, what I went through showed me how to love and respect and appreciate what I have now, and that's a great team, a great support system that understands, and they try to push me to the best that I can be.
And that's what it's all about, and I love this message because sometimes when we're down, we tend to have, think that that's it, that's the end of the day, but it can be a renewal. It can be something, bigger that than we thought, and we have to keep going. We have to keep pushing and really focusing on the positive, because otherwise we will give up. And we've all in love, which is now becoming in a way the foundation for the next generation of R&B, artists. What do you think, what do you hope at the end that for them to take from the contribution to the R&B itself?
Well, for me, all in love is a thing of what I want people to take from that is having that moment to experience falling in love, celebrating love, learning the lessons through love, and then understanding that when we say love, we're not talking sex. We're talking
Mm-hmm.
about the things that complete you. We have a song called Intimacy. And
Mm-hmm.
I thank God for my manager. We talk, and when I'm going through, um, he don't know, but he saved me so many times because sometimes this journey is so tough. You feel like giving up, and you feel like no one is listening, but he saved me. But we had a conversation, and there's a thing that we talk about with one of the songs on all in love. It's called Intimacy, and the story behind intimacy is not sex. There's a thing with intimacy that we say is into me and see what completes me on a daily basis. Meaning, see what makes your significant other smile. See what makes them just blush. See what makes them hurt. See what makes them go. So when you got a time where you can see what somebody else is going through, and you take time to learn each other, that's the real foundation of real intimacy. When we can think it, and then she or he can say it. So when you
Mm-hmm.
get to that type of thing, these are the things that I want people to take from LeVelle, all in love. When we get to that part where we can pray together, we can cry together, we can be emotional together, we can go through the ups and downs, but through it all, if we just, keep pushing, we'll be able to leave it all behind.
Fantastic, and that's so so inspiring and so strong. It's a very strong message to the next generation. And you are the future, and it is important that you embody all of this right now. And so the album is there. It's been released in February, from what I understand. So what's next with this album? How do you, again, I come back to how do you push this message, and how do you create awareness, especially in an area where I am in Australia, which is the other part of the world? How do you make it travel, through the different, region, continents, country?
Well, the great thing about having a great team is understanding that it takes us to do how they used to do back in the day. Get to where these people are, get to where everyone is, and get out and touch the people. And so even in Australia, even where you are, we want to come over and
Mhm.
connect with your audience. We want to come over and give you guys a great show. We want to have that opportunity to spread love all around the world. And when we can do that, we want to lead by an example. So everything that we go through, again, I'm gonna talk about my team because my team really pushes me to the next level, and they help make me be who I am. And so
Mhm.
we're going to do this thing that we talk about, the uttermost parts where people don't want to go, and where people feel like, if it's not this type of people or that type of people, they won't go. We want to go to those places because we want to get back out and just connect with the fans and love on you guys and show you that there is another way out here, and love music still it's still out there.
Mm-hmm. 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 And love is still on the agenda, and love is a universal language as well. So it is important to stress that out. We're gonna have another break, and then we'll come back to for the last the last bit of the conversation. So don't go anywhere. I hope that you are enjoying this conversation like I'm enjoying it. And don't hesitate, if you're watching live, to ask any question, or if you want to participate and give your opinion, that's more than welcome. But for now, we will have a break, and we will be back for the last part of the show.
Finally, I think I want this world to be a more enlightened, a more just and more equal, and an equal opportunity and equal prosperity for everyone in this world, not just men and women, but for everyone.
Shared core values shared activities, shared goals, it would actually help to solidify the relationship. And you can also use that as a kind of test for you when you want to get into the relationship. If the person doesn't have shared goals with you, chances are that the relationship is not gonna last. If the person doesn't have shared activities, that means you won't enjoy each other's company. You won't want to be with them because you don't want to do the same activity with them. And then if you don't have shared core values, then again, if you have differing core values, that also might just be the beginning of the end.
Every one of us is connected to what is happening in human trafficking. If it's not your immediate daughter, niece, granddaughter, you know somebody that is. One child that is trafficking impacts us globally. So let's stop it and let's all get connected. Your voice matters. You just sharing the message matters. So let's all say that we have a personal mission to stop human trafficking and to make sure that humanity is equal and treated fairly across the world.
Sometimes you're going to be scared and you just got to keep going, even if you're scared, because on the other side of being scared is your goal, is the success. So anytime I'm doing anything, don't think because I have on my red lipstick from the lip bar and my hair is perfectly curled that I have it all together. Inside, I'm going, oh no, oh no, oh no. I'm scared the whole time. But like I said, I don't give up. So to everyone out there who's listening, this is an amazing platform because I'm sure everyone who has come on your show has the same type of strength I have, which is not giving up when it's hard and not giving up when they're strong, and just to keep going. And that is what is so important. As you know, my grandmother said, keep on keeping on. And that is something we can all live by.
So keep on keeping on, don't give up, and yes, have love in your life. And we're talking about love today. All in Love. That's the single of the latest single of album of my guest. And if you're just joining us, it's almost the end, but there's always, a last message that we leave you with. But before we reach that stage, I just wanted to ask you, LeVelle, is, on this show, as you could see from the video, we talk a lot about engineering greatness and going to the next level. So if love yeah, were on an engineering blueprint, what are the essential components that make it strong, sustainable, and timeless?
Well, love definitely does all of those things when you have those things in place. And, when you really love and learn about love, and, we have the song that's out right now, Tongue Tied. When you really have that kind of love, sometimes it make you speechless. It puts you in a place of just being overwhelmed of love. So love really, it conquers everything, and when you can get to that place, that's the whole goal for us is just trying to help people get back to that happy place and that happy moment where you can recognize and see what you do have.
And I mean, love can also be painful, and how do you basically bring it from the pain to the joy? Because people will tell you, "Oh, love is not always about being happy." So, what do you think about it?
Well, we have a song on there where we talk about I see you. A lot of times, women and men feel like they don't get the credit or the recognition that they deserve, and so On this project, there's a song, there's a message for every situation that you're going through. And so, like you said, love sometimes is painful because, we don't get the accolades that we feel we should have. Uh, but learning how to work through those things and then learning how to communicate, because sometimes your significant other or yourself, you may not even know that you're hurting on what you're going through. So learning how to communicate, learning how to talk, learning how to be vocal on what makes you hurt, because at the end of the day, you want everybody to be as happy as can be. So like you said, love, we have a song called Don't Play with Love. And that's one of the things where you can take your significant other for granted, but you don't want to play with that because you never know the person you step down on today may be the person you'll need tomorrow.
And that's a strong statement to end, this beautiful conversation, about love, about, your latest album and the resurgence of R&B. And just wanted to know, for people who want to continue this conversation, how can they reach out to you or learn more about the work that you're doing and find, your work, your songs, and listen to the songs so far?
So for me, I just want to say I'm grateful to everyone that has been supporting All in Love. The album is streaming on all digital platforms. I'm excited for new people to hear it and listen to it and let me know what they have taken from the project. And then not just that, but just being able to connect with people. And I want everybody, if you could, y'all can follow me. Everything is just LeVelle BKC. That's LeVelle I'm on all platforms. You guys can connect with me there. Go to the website. That's LeVellemusic.com. And I would love to connect with you guys. I would love for us to just get together and communicate and let's become friends and stay connected with me, because you never know. We may be coming your way soon.
And that's really what we expect. We might have LeVelle at our doorstep. So get ready, get to know his work, get to know what he's doing, and listen to the song. Because, like we said, it's about love, and love is the universal language. And thank you so much, LeVelle, for being with us today, and for you know being very true and pushing this message of love at a time where we really need it, at a time where we really need to think about what we're going through, and use it to the best ability that we can, to push our greatness and to love over and to spread love. It's been really a great message today, and I hope the audience also enjoy it. It was not just a night about music, just about the All in Love album. It was intention, it was emotional intelligence, it was courage as well. And All in Love, from what I've heard today, remind us that vulnerability is not a weakness, and it is actually a strength, and refined by experience, because we need to experience those things to really understand what it means. And in love, the authenticity is important. It's important that you stay strong. And we talked about, you're gonna go through ups and downs, but keep loving yourself, keep loving what you're doing, keep being passionate, and keep pushing. So thank you so much for being with us. Any last message that you want to leave the audience with?
Yes, I want to say first, thank you again for having this platform and allowing me to be here, connecting with your audience and your fans and your friends. And thank you to everybody that tuned in, because without you, we can't do what we do. And I'm just grateful for my team. Big shout out to them, Porch Group Entertainment. Uh, Thank you guys again. And again, please go follow me on all platforms, LeVelle BKC. And I love you guys so much.
Fantastic. And, LeVelle, again, thanks for keeping love, alive through music and being an advocate for it. So thank you very much. We will be back with another episode of the Greatness Engineering Show next week. And I hope you're going to join us. But I really hope that you've enjoyed this show, this conversation, and that you've learned from it. And, it's not like in Las Vegas where everything stays here. You have to spread it, share the show, share the message, share everything, because this show is for you and it's for you to get the tools and the inspiration to go to the next level of greatness. And in this case, to spread love wherever you are. So thank you very much. And you enjoy your journey and, travel safe, LeVelle. It's been definitely, a pleasure to have you. So take care. God bless you all. And I'll be back
Thank you.
next week.
Thank you so
Bye.
much. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.